So, been a while. Let's talk about Pokemon. So, as you all know, in general, I'm a bit more of a animator than I am a gamer. But Pokemon is actually a game series that I have a lot of experience with, and I can actually have fun talking about. So we're gonna jump right into it. Like the Vaporeon copy pasta? No, not like that. Not like that. Yeah, Pokemon rant. Oh my god, you guys are about to get Yap Yap City Bitch. We were listening to Yap Yap City Bitch yesterday. It's about to be me, because boy do I have a lot to say about this. I was going to look up and see if there's any Pokemon copyright-free music, and then I realized, wait a minute. So is there, like, any Pokemon type, copyright-free music? I just need something that's, like, that kind of vibe, you know? It does say Pokemon and Chill, no copyright music mix, so we'll see if I get got. We'll see. We'll see if I get got. We'll see if I get got by something, who knows what. Alrighty. Are we, making Pokemon tier lists? No, we're just talking. We're just yapping. We just yapping about Pokemon. Yeah, only one way to find out! This sounds more like classic JRPG music. Yeah, well, we trying our best. So, let's yap. How do we as a group... Actually, I guess let me put up a poll first. Do you like Pokemon? Let's just make that very broad. Okay, do you like Pokemon? I don't know if any of you are sticking around if you don't. Do you like Pokemon? See, I love Pokemon, actually. I like Pokemon a whole heck of a lot. I've played Pokemon for a while. I've played from literally the very first games to the most recent ones. I did skip a few in the middle because they were utter crap, but... yeah. How about we talk about why you still haven't finished Arceus? No. What's my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon, is Shuppet. I love Shuppet, actually. My favorite Pokemon, literally, is Shuppet. My second favorite Pokemon, actually, funnily enough, is Sableye. And when we did our, Explorer streams, which I guess we probably should get back into, I kind of stopped those. I lost the wanting to do it. It happened. See, it's ADHD, man. Speaking of the ADHD, we got a lot to talk about with that, too. I finally got some meds for that. That was a part of the more meds that I was talking about. So if I seem like, you know, to be a little funky over the next, like, week and a half, 2 weeks, and then, like, I don't know how I'm gonna be and how I'm gonna change, as soon as I got that. So, we're gonna see. I mean, I definitely have felt, different today, 100%. I've been in a really good mood today, actually. Been in a real good mood. Been in a real good mood, and I feel like I actually learned during the Shishingo stream, which doesn't usually happen. So, there's that. Yeah, Shuppet is cute. Shuppet is adorable. She did, but I don't think it was specifically mentioning her favorite. Yeah, Shuppet is my favorite. Shuppet is my favorite. And, like, I guess, like, Shuppet and Sableye are, like, top twos, probably. I don't know who would go in third place, honestly. No clue. No idea. Did you know that in terms of... Oh, God. Okay. Ban this guy. But, did you know that... I don't know. I didn't have a fun fact. I don't know. Let's start, I did have some points to present during all this. Definitely some things that I wanted to talk about, just in general. So, as you all know... Oh, no! I didn't mean it! I didn't fucking mean it! Oh. Thank you, mods. I didn't mean... Oops. Oopsies. Anyways. Let's start from the top of what I want to talk about regarding Pokemon. So, my favorite Pokemon game is Black and White. Sorry. Whew. I drank some water too fast. As you all know, that makes me burp. But so, yeah, I like Black and White, I'd say, the best. I think Black and White is just the epitome of, like, a good game style. Like, it's still in the pixel era, and it has some new and unique ideas for it. I really like that game has a lot of, like, a story to it. Even when you go into Black and White 2, and it talks about, like, the Pokemon War, like, Black and White, honestly, and Black and White 2 got the most lore, I think, in it, other than, like, Diamond and Pearl. I think Diamond and Pearl, like, obviously got a good amount. I think Diamond and Pearl and then Black and White really got, like, the best of the best for, like, stories. But yeah, I am partial to Black and White 2. I'm partial to Black and White 2 just because as you all know, I got into games rather late as far as my life goes. And because of that, yeah, I was born in a time where I could have played a lot of more classic games. I just didn't. I was a bookworm, you know? I like my books. I liked books and playing drums, if we're being honest. I liked playing musical instruments and reading books. But I got to, or well, BRB for work, but Black and White was on the DS, yeah. I mean, I guess the DS is not that old. How old is the DS? When did the DS come out? Oh god, wait, when did the DS come out? When did the DS come out? When did the DS come out? 2004. Oh, oh god. Oh god, it came out 15 years ago. Are you fucking kidding me? That I could have sworn it was not that long ago. Anyways, so yeah, yeah, I definitely, I think Black and White 2, though, came out, like, in 2010, right? Pokemon Black and White 2. When did that come out? Or no, not Black and White 2. Black and White, just the regular one. 2010. Okay, that came out in 2010. Yeah, that came out in 2010. So, I still wasn't playing really games in 2010, by the way. Like, I was not playing games. I was not gaming. I was not gaming. I would say I only really started gaming, like, obviously I said I've played Pokemon for a lot longer. So I would say I probably picked up Black and White when I heard about Black and White 2 coming out. That might have been what it was, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I had gotten a DS, and I got, yeah. Because I'm trying to remember. That was a long time ago. A while ago, you know? I got things. Wait, didn't Black and White 2 come out on the 3DS though? When did Black and White 2 come out? Did it really come? Holy shit. It only came out 2 years afterwards? That doesn't feel right. That don't feel right. But yeah, anyways, point of the matter is that I got a DS and I was like, Black and White 2 was the game before the 3DS? Was it? I could have sworn Black and White 2 was on the 3DS. The first 3DS Pokemon game was X and Y? Really? Really? Huh. God, it's been so long. I guess you guys are right. I'm thinking about it more. I'm like, wait, yeah, Black and White 2 was Pixel. Oh, wow. Oof. Okay. What do I consider retro? Well, what do I consider retro? Obviously, I think retro is like anything before 2000s. 2000s and before is considered retro. I would say just like by gaming standards, because retro I think more has to do with technology than it does like actual decades, because technology goes pretty quick, like when you think about it. Because here's the thing, like, yeah, I would say the DS and the 3DS and all that, those are retro now. Those are retro. Yeah, they came out 10 years ago, but technology-wise, the improvement that we have made in technology from that, DS came out in 2004? Oh, shit, sorry. I mean, yeah, it was black and white, but anyways, fucking whatever. Like, no, I would still consider those to be retro just because of how much the technology has changed. And yeah, an Xbox 360 is retro. You know, like an Atari's retro, Game Boys retro, fucking Sega Saturns retro, all that shit retro. Just means that pre-2000 is classic and now pre-2010 is retro. Yeah. I would say that's probably a fair assessment. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I would even consider, like, obviously, like, the PlayStation. I would consider PlayStation retro. I would almost say PlayStation 2. Only because we're on the 5 now. You know? I wouldn't, fuck, is the Wii retro, though? I don't think the Wii is retro. I don't think the Wii is retro yet. I think in 5 years, the Wii would be retro. PS2 is considered retro? Okay. What do we think about this? What do we think about the Wii, though? What do we think about the Wii? Specifically the Wii, not the Wii U. Fuck the Wii U. I never played the Wii U. PS2 is retro? Okay, so we agree PS2 is retro. Wii is not really retro yet, but it's getting there. I would say again, in the next 5 years, we should be retro just because the shop closed. That is also fair. If they no longer make games for it, that might be a good proof that it is retro. So, they're still making, oh, but that would make the PS3 retro, bro. Ah! We're climbing up in years now. I don't like it. But like, I mean, yeah, they're not making Wii games anymore. They're not making PS3s anymore. They're making PS4 stuff still. I hope they'll continue to make PS4 stuff for a while. The PS3 was always retro. It has no games. Hey, the PS3 has Drakengard 3 on it. Shut up. All right. For that, it deserves my respect. I think Drakengard, I believe Drakengard 3 was on the move. Wait a second. What was it released on? It was released in 2013 for the PS3. Yes, okay, I'm right. Jeez. Whew. No, I don't want to know when the PS3 came out. It came out in 2010 or something. Fuck. 2006? That does not when did the PS4 come out? Wait, when did the PS5 come out? Whoa. It came out in 2006? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. PS4 was 2013? Oh, you guys are hurting me right now. PS5 is 2020? Oh god! I guess, yeah, the PS5 has been out for a couple of years, but no one could get it. Because, the world died. So, yeah, emotional damage. PS4 is 4 years old. PS5 is 4 years old. I need a napkin. I just accidentally got, like, juice from the fucking plate. Oh, on my fingers. I went back to my carrots. Ugh. I don't like this stream anymore. Me neither, bro. Yeah. Hardcore emotional damage. Alright. The next Nintendo will be announced soon. When did the fucking Switch come out? Wait a minute. No! Stop it! When did the Switch come out? They can't do that! The Switch Pro? Okay. Fine, whatever. The Switch is 5 years old. Oh my god. Oh my god, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all. I don't like this anymore. Let's go back to Pokemon. Anyways. So, my favorite Pokemon game is Black and White because, N is hot and, obviously, like I said, the story is good. Like, what is a summary even of the story of Black and White? What can I even think of in my brain for that one? Favorite evil team? Rocket. Team Rocket. Just classic on that one. Black and White 2 is better. I did really I liked all the stuff about the Pokemon War. That was very interesting. You've never played it? Oh my god. Yeah, it's a more mature story. Cause like, let me think, alright? Let me think for a second. Team Rocket, alright? So Team Rocket was all about just like stealing Pokemon, right? They wanted to steal Pokemon and take over the world. They were typical evil boys. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. How long have I been streaming for? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh shit, okay. Did not realize it has been 5 hours. I forgot I spent 4 hours in Shishingo. But yeah, so let's see. Let's recap. Original evil team was like rah rah rah. We take all the Pokemon and haha teehee, right? And then what's after that? What's after that? After that is Diamond Pearl, right? Diamond Pearl. Am I right? Am I right? Or I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know what order things came out in. No, wait, Gold and Silver. Gold, Silver, Ruby, fucking Ruby and Sapphire. I don't know what order they come out in. Crystal. Oh, true, I forgot about that. So Ruby and Sapphire came out next. But I'm gonna look at the timeline. Pokemon game release timeline. I'm gonna do this just so I can like actually remember for a second. Let's see. So, okay, first generation, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Right, we got Team Rocket, they're all classic, tee-hee, ha-ha, evil villain dudes, right? Second generation was Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And what was even the story in that? We were just, like, looking for Ho-Oh? Like, I don't even remember what their evil team was trying to do. Oh, it's still Team Rocket? Okay, that's why. So they're still, like, very evil dudes. Who are you? I like your voice. Will subscribe. Hello, my name is Blaze Shinryu in Project Second Generation Pathan. Thank you for subscribing. Third generation, we got Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. Ruby and Sapphire was Team Magma and Aqua, which was just I want to flood the world. I want to set it all ablaze. So, you know, like, that happened. And then fourth generation, Diamond and Pearl, was just all about, like, they were, what, trying to resurrect Giratina or something? They were trying to control Giratina and, like, fuck up the world, right? Something like that. Some shit like that. And then fifth generation, Black and White. Now we get to Team Galactic. Do you want to know what, oh, no, not Team Galactic. Fucking... What's their name? Plasma! Thank you. Galactic is Gen 4. Plasma. Alright, Team Plasma. Then we get to Team Plasma. And what did Team Plasma want to do? Team Plasma wanted to liberate people, or Pokemon from people. And I will admit, it's been a while since I played that game, and I did it when I wasn't really in, like, I don't know, gamer headspace. Like, I consider things that I play first, like, when I get into things, I definitely have to go back and play again, because there's no way that I understood what was going on, or, like, how to understand things, because it's a different type of, like, story, you know? You have to understand that up until the point that I had watched, like, anime and played, like, Pokemon, I had no idea of any sort of culture other than my own, alright? When I started getting into a culture other than my own, and just in general, like, things other than what I like to do, which at that time was kicking rocks and reading books, like, me being gamer, I don't know, you know, like it just didn't really happen. And stories written in a more Western type of format are definitely quite different sometimes than the story format that is used in the writing of Japanese games and Japanese anime and manga, etc. You can actually look it up. They are, like, I think, like, Western stuff more or less follows, like, the hero's journey, but, like, more media from, like, anime and all of that. Like, that is a different type of, like, story structure. So my brain could not really understand and properly retain information of any of this. Like, for example, I don't really think I fully understood the messages behind or just the writing styles behind a lot of the early anime that I watched or manga that I read. That's why I go back and I read it. Sorry, woo! I read it and I or I watch it again. Like, that's why I literally habitually rewatch Evangelion every single year to see if it feels different, and it always does. Evangelion somehow hits different every single time you watch it. And there are some shows that definitely do that. Just for different reasons. Can't tell you about a thing about Inuyasha, but I watched it. I agree! I can't tell you a thing about fucking Inuyasha. Well, I can tell you a thing about Inuyasha because I unfortunately remember too much about anime. My brain is literally an anime database, unfortunately. Evangelion, yawn. That's just me, though. Evangelion, I think you have to be very nihilistic, and I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think you can have a regular brain and watch or process Evangelion. I don't think that's possible. And we could talk about that another time. Let's not get into anime. That's not what this is about. Fucking no! I love ads. Sorry. Welcome to whenever I get ads on this channel, I start screaming very aggressively. Cause you gotta stop the ads, man. Anyways, let's continue on. I do love anime. I do. Let's see. Right. So we got Team Plasma that just wanted to free Pokemon from humans, but specifically, I didn't really care about Team Plasma. What I remember was that I cared about N, and not just because he was hot. Because, like, something that he was saying to me had a point. But I can't fucking remember now. All I remember is that he was hot. But, all I'm saying is that the fact that, like, the story really stands out to me about Black and White, even though I don't really remember it, means that it was good enough to make an impression on me when I couldn't understand it. So, I do want to go back and play it again, definitely. Have I seen My Hero Academia? I have, unfortunately. And you're probably not gonna like that since you just asked if I've seen it, but I have thoughts. Anyways, 6th generation Pokemon. Well, okay, saying I don't like My Hero Academia is a strong reaction. I don't dislike it. It is definitely not something I would choose to watch. Unless I was bored out of my mind. Unfortunately. I think it had a chance to be something different, and then it became just like every other shonen out there. So it bored me after a while. Doesn't remember the quote, just remember he was hot. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Then we got Pokemon X and Y. I did play X and Y. That has Yveltal and the fucking other one, the thing, and I don't even remember. Wasn't X and Y when they started doing stupid teams, like stupid evil teams? Yeah, and then 7th generation, Sun and Moon, stupid evil team. 8th generation, stupid evil team. I don't know. And then 9th generation, trash. Honestly, I'm sorry. Literally, Black and White happened, and when they moved off of the DS, I feel like a lot of people say this, but when Pokemon moved off of the DS, it, kinda wasn't as good anymore. I will not tolerate Sun and Moon slander. Look, admittedly, I did not play Sun and Moon. I didn't give it a chance because I was disappointed by the ones that they had done the years before, and I was like, I'm not spending $60 more on this fucking game. X and Y introduced fairy-type Pokemon. Yeah, and then every single one after that had to have a god-awful gimmick. Fucking, oh my god. Let's Mega Evolve. Let's turn into this. Let's do this. Hey, guess what, Pokemon? If you wrote an actually interesting story and an actually interesting evil team and an actually interesting plot, you wouldn't have to add fucking gimmicks to your game. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't care. I don't care. You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to. Gen 9 has a good story. We'll see. Maybe it did. Maybe that was the last good story they had. All right, I'll give it that. Maybe that was the last good story they had. All right. I think the gimmicks maybe were for competitive players. I don't care. They spent more money on the gimmicks than their own graphics. All right? They spent more money on the guy that came up with the ridiculous fucking Pokemon gimmicks than their own graphics department. All right? They went, hey, Fujiwara on floor 8, you are going to be given $10,000 just to come up with one stupid fucking gimmick. But the whole dev team, you get to share $3. All right? Which games have I played? All right, let's see. All Pokemon games. Let me pull that back up. They should have kept Mega instead of introducing new gimmicks. They should have done a lot of stuff. All right? Okay, so you guys want to know what I have played. I have played Pokemon Red. I have played Pokemon Blue. I mean, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green are literally the same thing pretty much. For the most part. Like, really, what was the difference between red, blue, green? I mean, obviously, yellow, you get Pikachu. But I forget. What was the difference in red, blue, and green? You, like, got a different legendary, right? Wasn't it what was it? You got one of the 3 legendary birds or something? Or could you get all of them? Or was that just in the later games? Just different Pokemon? Okay, I don't even remember how different it was. Some Pokemon are exclusive to each version. Okay, gotcha. So, I think I didn't play green. I think I played red and blue. I know I played red and blue. I think maybe... No, wait. No, I had green. I think I just didn't finish it because it was the same game for the 3rd time. So, I had red, blue, and green. I played them. I tried to get yellow. I never got yellow. I've played silver. Have not played gold. I actually did not play crystal. No, wait. No, I played gold. I take that back. I did. I just didn't play Crystal. Which isn't Crystal just like a combined version? Because they have the 3. It's like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Like, you play one. Is it really all that different? It's literally not. It's the same thing. It's the same game. So, like, yeah, I played that. I think they only started making the game slightly different. They only made Platinum slightly different because they had, like, the other... world, and I have played Platinum and Pearl, and then I played, I believe, Emerald and Ruby? I think I watched someone else play Sapphire, is why I'm remembering that I've definitely seen Sapphire, but I don't think I played it. And then, yeah, I played Soul Silver as well. I played Soul Silver. Did not play Heart Gold. I think, no, that's a lie as well. I did play Heart Gold, only very briefly. Yeah, I think I played Heart Gold just because I traded games with someone else to play for a little bit, but I barely played it, because again, pretty much the same game, and so I was like, whatever. And then, yeah, I played Pokemon Black version, and then I played White 2, and then I played X, and then I played Omega Ruby. Or no, I played Alpha Sapphire. That's a lie. I played Alpha Sapphire. I remember I played Alpha Sapphire because I didn't play Sapphire the first time. That's why I'd made that choice. Yes, Alpha Sapphire. And then that's not all of them. Why'd you lie to me? That's not all of them. Yeah, no, I've literally played almost every single Pokemon game except for, let's see. Okay, I played fucking... I'm trying to, like, think... It's not giving me them in, like, an actual order. Can someone please give me all the games, for God's sake? All of them! Not up until like 4 years ago. Please. And it's giving me all the spin-off ones. Actually, we could talk about all of that. All right, let's do that. Let's go over all the Pokemon games. It says Pokemon games initial release dates. This is supposedly all of them, according to Google. So let's see. All right, Pokemon Pearl. Didn't I say? Yeah. Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. Yes. Pokemon Moon. What did those look like again? Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think I didn't play those at all. No, I didn't play Sun and Moon at all. I think Sun and Moon might genuinely be the only Pokemon game that I did not play at all. I did not play Sun and Moon. Let's see. Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, Gates to Infinity. Yes. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Alma. Yes. Let's see. Pokemon Duel. Yes. Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, Explorers of Darkness. I think I only played Sky. I don't know. Detective Pikachu. No. Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond. Yes. Let's see. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure. Yes. Pokemon Rumble World. That sounds familiar, so I think yes. Pokemon Pinball, no. Pokemon Tournament XD, DX, I mean. Fuck, I'm dyslexic. No. Or yes. God, what? Why am I so dyslexic? I think yes in my head and I say no out loud. Anyways, Pokemon Tournament. Yes, I played Pokemon Tournament. Pokemon Rumble, yeah. Pokemon Conquest. Yes, I played Pokemon Conquest. Pokemon Silver. Yeah, Pokemon TCG. Yeah, I even played the TCG online. I played Pokemon, there we go, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Yes, I played that one as well from 2005. Which one else? Pokemon Sun and Moon. Yeah, those are the only ones. And obviously Ultra Sun and Moon I did not play. Pokemon X, yeah, Black, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I've played a lot of spin-off ones. Legends of Arceus, yeah, I also played that. And I have played Scarlet and Violet. But I technically haven't played Pokemon Go. So out of all of the Pokemon games, I basically only not played a few spin-offs, and X and Y. No, Sun and Moon, not X and Y, Aloha. I have the new versions of Platinum. I have, she skipped Conquest? No, I played Pokemon Conquest. The Gacha? No, I didn't play that one. Sword or Shield? Yes, I did. I played Pokemon Sword. I played Sword. Blaze the Pokemon Girl? I like Pokemon. I do like Pokemon. I'm just, strangely enough, as much as I like Pokemon, I'm not obsessed with it. Like, I really like Pokemon, but it never became, like, my obsession. Although I did collect cards for a bit. And I think it's just because, literally, yeah, Pokemon, the story stopped impressing me after a while. Like, and I mean, even to be honest, like, okay, so the ancient gods and stuff of oh my god, Platinum, Time, Dialga, Palkia. It's late. I've been streaming for nearly 5-6 hours or whatever. All right, cut me some slack. Yeah, anyways. Platinum, Pokemon Platinum. With Giratina. Yeah, that one. That had a good story. And then Black and White 2 had a good story. The original Pokemon game didn't really have an amazing story. It was just, I'm evil, I'm gonna take over the world, you have to stop me. Okay, cool. Yeah, so like, that was not all that impressive. Like, literally, I think only maybe 3 Pokemon games have actually impressed me with their storyline. And the only reason that, I say 3, because you're like, wait a second. No, wait, that's a lie. Funnily enough, the games not made by the main Nintendo company, the main Pokemon company or whatever, have the ones that have been impressed me the most. I would say I like a lot of the stories from, like, the spin-off games. I like the Pokemon Ranger ones a lot. I like the spin-offs from that. I liked Gale of Darkness. Yeah. The original games were pretty simple mobsters, then started becoming eco-terrorists, cosmic nihilists, etc. Yeah. I do say the plot was meant to be towards kids, but sometimes there's a way to make it more interesting. Yeah, that is the one thing that I will say. Like, again, but that's why, like, I'm not, like, super obsessed with Pokemon, because I don't care for the kiddie side of it. I like darker shit. And that's probably why I like Black and White so much, because they had some darker shit, and then in fucking Black and White 2, they straight up were like, Pokemon War. Or is that an X and Y? Which one had the Pokemon War? Like, with the really tall dude? Like, they talked about a whole war and shit. That was X and Y? Okay, I like that one then. I did like that one. Okay, I liked X and Y then. They're kind of blurring together. They're blurring together because all the cities look the same. All the cities look the same, and the main characters pretty much look the same between those versions as well, I think. They're very similar looking. So it's sort of like blending together in my brain. I can't remember what was X and Y and what was Black and White, admittedly. Yeah. Kalos has a war alongside with Unova? Okay. Sounds like I missed a lot of good Pokemon games during the DS era. Honestly, the DS era, I think, was the best era for Pokemon, even better than the Game Boy. People might be like, no, but I don't fucking care. This is my stream, get out. I barely remember X and Y. Not one of the more memorable games out there. No, I agree. Literally the most memorable part of it was I think that I had roller skates. And that there was a really big tall dude in a war. So that's why I remembered that one. Yeah, understandable. Have a nice day. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think I thought about it for a long time what Pokemon could do. I genuinely think that Pokemon should just fucking go for it and actually make a game for their older audience. I think they would be heavily surprised by it. I think they'd be very surprised. And I don't mean literally make a game about, like, war, like, where they're all, like, killing each other and there's blood, guns, and guts and stuff. I'm not saying, like, Pal World Pokemon, alright? Yeah! The framework with Arceus, like, they have some stuff. I think that Pokemon just needs to make a more interesting story. Because the thing is that you really don't need to have a story that's about bad and evil and horrible things for it to still be a good story. That's why there's literally, like, different genres that can all have good stories. You can still write a good story and not have it be, like, mature, you know? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, they need to write a story that appeals to an adult audience because it is a story that actually takes itself seriously. Like, here's the thing. That's why I think Black and White, like, was pretty good and pretty close because they were talking about stuff like liberation and, like, they were basically comparing, like, keeping Pokemon to slavery and shit. And so, like, yeah, that was more mature. But to a kid brain, obviously when you're a kid, you're like, you're evil and trying to take my Pokemon. Rah! And maybe you have a point, but rah! They just need to do that again. They just need to make an evil team that's literally evil and not trying to do something stupid, you know? Like, and actually give them, like, a point. Make a point, you know? Yeah, like, Pokemon recently has been all nostalgia. And it's been so, like, it literally, I'm sorry, okay? That's why I think Arceus was also a little bit better received and it was a little bit more interesting, especially with the revelations about Volo. Sorry, spoiler, being kind of evil. Because they actually did something fucking new. Like, you know when you open up Scarlet and Violet and the guy is like, hello, I'm the mayor of everything. This is my giant, I own everything. I'm loved by everyone. You're immediately like, you're evil. You're literally gonna backstab me. You're evil. You're a mega corporation. Or Sword and Shield. Fuck, whatever, Sword and Shield. All right, whatever. Scarlet and Violet was trash anyways. Well, no, I've heard good. Scarlet and Violet apparently had some good things about it and some bad things about it. was put off by how empty and boring it was for about 3 hours, so I stopped playing, if I'm being honest. Alright, I do hear that there was a very good story quest about the old dog. Like, that was good, but the other stuff was kind of as far as I understand it. That, like, it had some good stuff, but it was like, But yeah, Sword and Shield, just straight up trash. Like, first and foremost, Sword and Shield was just annoying. I hate that, like, okay, they don't need to have protagonists that are straight up assholes, like Gary anymore, although I do miss him. Like, I miss Gary and Silver, but can they please get rid— I don't even— okay, even the friendly protagonists are okay, like Wally. I loved Wally, right? I liked Wally. I think they should have had— and I like having, like, a rival. Rivals are good, all right? But here's the thing. When you have an annoying motherfucker that stops you every single second and is like, "Hi, friend, how are you doing? Oh, you beat me? That's too bad. Ha 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 ha." You're like, what drugs are you on, kid? What is your mom feeding you? I fucking hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I'm sorry. That's such a— I don't like him at all. I don't like him. He's so boring. All right? And also, like, who else was it? They made someone— they made— what was it? Which one was it? Wasn't in that game, didn't you have a group of them too? It wasn't just him. Wasn't there a— which one was it that you had the group? There was, like, the girl, the boy. That was that— what was that one? There was, X and Y. X and Y was the group. Well, they sucked. They were boring. They were all the same character. They were all the same character. They were all like, "Yeah, we're on your side and we're all friends. Let's do this." Not one of them. They had the opportunity, literally. They had the group. They could have made this one's your friend. All right? This one is like the one that doesn't like you, and this one is like, I don't know, something else. Like, they could have actually given them different personalities, and then they didn't. And then they tried with Bede. They tried with him, and he was okay, but they sacked him. They barely used him at all. At all. The Fairy Boy. I liked Fairy Boy. From what— I don't even know what game he was from. He was actually kind of an asshole rival. I liked him. The guy that had the Undertale music as his background theme. Because Toby Fox made his theme. Yeah, Sword and Shield. All right. See, they're all blending together, like I say. They're all blending together. I can't remember which one's which. He was okay, but yeah, he was underused and, like— I'm sorry, he was a cutie patootie. Like, they had so much opportunity with him, especially since they made the whole joke out of the fact that he was like a fairy type trainer, and like he was forced into being the fairy type gym leader, right? If I'm remembering correctly, like, he was forced into that, and he was like, "No, I'm not a fairy boy." Like, they literally had the perfect, like, tsundere fairy boy that they could have made so many jokes about, or just, like, had him be genuinely fucking, like, angry at you all the time and done stuff to, like, fuck with you because, like, all that. Yeah, he was a psychic trainer but got kidnapped by the fairy gym leader. They had potential with him. Like, that's the first time a rival literally became a gym leader. And they did fuck all. They said, "I don't care." They said, "I don't care at all." They did fuck all with that. They had such an opportunity with all of that. Yeah, and then they shat it out the window. In my opinion. They shat it out the window. Ugh. Blue became a gym leader, though. Yeah, and he was cool. They did it, and they did it cool. All right, and yeah, Wally was a gym leader, too. That's true. That's true. They've done it very, very sparingly, and they usually do it after the fact, though. They don't do it during the game that they become a gym leader, is the point I'm making. Cheren was a gym leader. Yeah, but, like, he started as a gym leader, though. I think that's kind of the general consensus for Pokemon from the community's perspective. Charon? No? Wait, am I thinking of the wrong one? Oh, I was thinking of I was thinking not of the rival. Yeah, see, but they do that in the next game. They don't do that in the game. I was thinking of the one from the anime that's technically Ash's friend. Sorry. I forgot that he's just a gym leader in Black and White. I forget that Cafe Dude became Ash's friend in only the anime. Like I said, it's been a little bit, so I can't exactly remember all the details. I can't remember all the details, but I could tell you the names of all the Pokemon. Like, yeah, my memory's just very fuzzy. You also have to remember that most of it has been taken up by Nier info. Nier Automata info. I only have room for one game in my heart, so I'm just grasping at the straws of what I'm remembering from, like, over 8 years ago. So, you know, forgive me. God, has it been 8 years already? Fuck, that doesn't feel right. Ugh. Bet you remember the hot guys, though? Of course. And I remember the hot girls. Can you remember the entire Poke Rap? No. No. No, I cannot. But yeah, I think definitely Pokemon's just gonna keep losing money, I think. Like, cause here's the thing is, like, kids nowadays are really, I think most kids are gonna be playing Pokemon because their parents are like, oh, you'll like this game, trust me. I think, unfortunately, nowadays, most kids are probably playing, like, gun games and stuff. I don't think there's actually a lot of, I wonder how much of Nintendo's audience is still actual 10-year-olds. I wonder how much of Pokemon is, like, actual 10-year-olds now versus, like, mostly actually adults. Because that's the thing, like, eventually their market's gonna not give a fuck anymore. They're just gonna keep getting disappointed and disappointed and disappointed. Like, they really should take a leg up from Zelda and, like, try. True, the games aren't the main revenue source. It's mostly all their other crap, so yeah. It's the other sad thing. It's like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Eventually, you know, we might just never get another Pokemon game again. It might just only be, like, anime and other things. Speaking of the Pokemon anime, actually, I actually like, the Pokemon, the one with the new character in it. I only watched a little bit of it, but from the little bit that I watched, I actually really liked it because it was different. Again, it was different. Like, yeah, Journeys is not bad. Didn't they have a trailer for a new Pokemon game after Palworld came out? Wait, really? Is there another Pokemon game coming out? Wait, what? New Pokemon game. I mean, Pokemon's... Oh, wait. ZA? Huh? What the fuck is this? What? I did not see this. Alright, when did this... in February. Alright, I guess I just did not pay attention to that at all. Wait a second. Back to Kalos. Oh, they're actually doing it! Wait a second. I'm gonna look at this for a hot second. Okay. Interesting. This is... Okay, but like, that is, so is this steampunk then? Is this going to be steampunk? Because it's the original, it's about, like, when the city was built. Which would be, I always considered the city was probably built in, like, you know, what is this game about? I want to know. Is that literally all there is about it? I see. Okay. That is interesting. That is interesting, actually. Okay. We're going back to Kalos, which means maybe we actually will finally get Pokemon War stuff. They're actually doing it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think they would... I thought they would be going somewhere else. I thought they would be going, like... It's based off the renovation of Paris in the 1800s, so it's probably gonna be, like, steampunk of a sort. Yeah, and they have more time to cook. They're actually, they said they're letting it come out in 2025. That means they're actually spending, like, hopefully what's been a good bit of time on it. Because what? Pokemon games have been releasing, like, every, like, what? Year? And this one is at least taking 2 years, question mark? I don't know. Wait, how long are they actually giving themselves on this? If Young AZ is hot, it's over? Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. Every year just in time for the holidays. Black and White remakes, the main thing people thought was gonna happen. I also thought that was gonna happen, but this is kind of a Black and White remake in a sense. Not exactly. I'm wondering what they're gonna do with it. People were hopeful that it was due to Palward's success that shook things up in Game Freak. Maybe. Maybe. Sergeant Surge backstory? Maybe! I guess it's a Legends title. It'd be interesting to see it have Arceus gameplay. That would be interesting, honestly. Yeah. I wonder, like... I wonder, because how old is Luminos City, I wonder? They won't do Black and White because they would have to show the original dragon. Then what else could be in... Oh, X and Y is in Kalos. Duh. I keep forgetting that's X and Y, not Black and White. Ugh. Alright, X and Y, which is Yveltal and Xerneas. Yeah, I mean, I also doubt Palward really had any influence, other than just, like, obviously showing that people kind of want a bit of a more fucked up Pokemon, in a way, but we'll see. We will see. I hope, though, because, like, at least the story of the last Arceus game was pretty decent and thought out, and the ideas behind it were decent and thought out. If they can continue to build upon that and also take the, like, what's the word? Criticism that they got from the last game, then, you know, hopefully it'll be something good, you know? Because the thing is that Pokemon wants to play on your nostalgia, but they're doing it in the wrong way most of the time by giving you shitty remakes. So, really, what they're doing is what they should be doing. I would not mind if every single game had a Legends sort of variant or something like that. That basically, like, because every game has its own lore, for the most part, you know? Like, they need to play with that, because this is interesting to me. This is interesting to me because they're using my nostalgia of X and Y, but then going, but what if we gave you something that was X and Y, but not X and Y? Which is a good idea. It's called, like, making a proper sequel, pretty much, or prequel, I guess. Because most people, I guess, would think of all the Pokemon games to be sequels to themselves, but they're not. They're their own contained stories in different parts of the world. Like, none of them actually build off each other, which means the story is, like, well, how it's felt for the last couple of years, the same every fucking time. Mega's coming back. Oh, that will also make me cry a little bit. Mega Flygon better happen. That would be nice. That would be nice. I wonder how they'll work with that gimmick. Gen 2 built off Gen 1? That's about the only one, though, really. I mean, some of them have some minor connections and things that connect and whatnot, but yeah, there isn't much that's, like, actually what you would think of as like a contained story in a sequel or a prequel kind of thing. Mega Rayquaza. Oh my god, yeah, that will be broken again, huh? Sorry, I'm like eating carrots right now. But yeah, so like, I like Pokemon, but they could most definitely do, I think, a bit more. Black White 2 are direct sequels? True. True. I am eating those, yes. Mega's conceptually good, but only with so little Pokemon get it, the others are stuck with nothing. Yeah. Yeah. I think Pokemon, honestly, Pokemon doesn't need gimmicks. It's just one thing needs interesting Pokemon again, an interesting story, and like cool minigames again. I think Pokemon needs more minigames like they had in like Platinum and stuff. Also, Pokemon following you. They need that back again still. We need to keep that. 100%. I should be able to dress up my Pokemon, take pictures of them, you know. I should also be able to make them fight to the death. Gotta be able to do it all. Mega Sizer. Yeah, Mega Sizer is pretty good. Pretty good. Legendary Reshiram from Pokemon Black. Ah, I do love Pokemon. I do love Reshiram. I meant my brain is slowly dying. One thing I dislike about Mega is the discrepancy between games and the deck description. This Pokemon is a huge pain in this form. Yeah, that is also true. Yeah. Always an Absol guy. Well, the Mega Absol looks cool. It has like cool wings and stuff. I think like, see, the thing is like the only gimmicks so far in Pokemon that I've actually liked have been the past and present forms, and then the past and future forms that they had. I think that was actually pretty cool. Yeah, the Paradox forms were actually pretty cool. And then literally, like, I don't know, maybe, I guess, Mega Evolution. But in all honesty, I've only really thought the Paradox forms were really cool. But I guess, no, some of the Mega Evolutions were really, really, really cool. Like, Mega Gardevoir is really pretty, so there is that. Didn't like Z-moves. Yeah, didn't really care about Z-moves. Did not care for Z-moves. Terra's cool. Terra's Gigantamax was kind of cool. I just wish it could have been, I think it should have been a little better. The regional forms remake as well. Regional forms were also kind of cool. Yeah, regional forms was cool too. Yeah, Z-moves was meh. Like, I would say in theory, all of the different, like, gimmicks were good, but they only really had, like, a small part of it that was, like, cool for a specific reason, I guess. Hi, bees! Good night, bees! Zygarde Fusion was interesting. It's nice to have a Gundam on your team. I don't think I never played with Zygarde Fusion, because I think I didn't play the game that Zygarde was in, so, yeah. Play competitive? Yeah, I've never played competitive. I'm honestly god-awful horrible at Pokemon. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I attack. And that's all I fucking do. I don't care. Like, I attack. That's it. I don't do fucking nothing else. Need to see me play now? You really don't want to. It's just gonna be sad. You really don't want to see me do a Nuzlocke. That's why I've never attempted a Nuzlocke, really, is because I'm, again, god-awful. And so all I do is just pick the move that will do, damage. I've only recently maybe become slightly better at actually picking, like, moves that don't do that. But for the most part, yeah. If it's dead, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, gimmicks don't carry on between games, which kind of like makes it feel like, I don't know. Like, why is Pokemon such a strange world where there's so many different gimmicks? Like, where shit just happens all over the place to weird shit happens all over the place. When are we ever gonna get the explanation on that? Why is there so much weird stuff happening in Pokemon? Because we all know that all of these gimmick shit, all this gimmick shit is, in a way, it's a retcon. Let's be honest, when Pokemon began, they were never like, yeah, we're gonna have all this, like, fucking stuff. Never, never. It's always been a retcon. It's always been a retcon. Dream Theory is a cop-out. Exactly. Pokemon Dream Theory, man. That is, who raise your hand if you don't know what the Pokemon Dream Theory is. And not Dream, the dude that took off his mask that is a Minecrafter and apparently ugly or something. I mean, like, Ash Ketchum is in a coma. How many of you guys do not know about Ash Ketchum in a coma? So, yeah, there's a really big Pokemon theory. Yeah, okay, now you understand. Yeah, the Ash is just straight up in a coma. Yeah. The 3D games are canonically a different world from the 2D. Honestly, I'd accept that. If they came out and said that, like they were like different dimensions, I'd accept that because Pokemon has already said that there's different dimensions. Like, literally, Pokemon has already introduced the idea of wormholes and being connected to different places and being able to get like legendaries through the ultra wormholes. I'm just saying, I think all along what Pokemon has really been telling us is that, like, yeah, it all just takes place in different things. It's the most complicated fucking timeline. It's somehow more complicated than the Zelda timeline, bros. Yeah, makes sense. He's been in a coma since the Spearow attack. Exactly. Or I think some people said it was also when Pikachu shocked him, he went into a coma. Or something. Is that the same thing? Did Pikachu accidentally shock him during the Spearow thing? Or didn't Pikachu just shock him when he met him? That was the first episode? Ash was in a coma before episode 1. My thing with the coma theory is that you can say that about literally any work of fiction. Yeah, you all are in a coma right now. Can you believe that? Wake up. Spider-Verse, but it's Pokemon? Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. I would like it... Genuinely, I would have liked it a lot more if Pokemon had just went with that. I would have liked it a lot more if Pokemon had said, these are different worlds with different kinds of creatures that do different things, instead of being like, because I'm sorry, do you really expect me to believe that all these different places exist on one world and they're all very, very different and different things happen all the time and I've never heard about this in another time? That's why, again, it feels like such a retcon, because you never hear about these things existing unless it's literally like the next game. Maybe you hear like a little, I don't know, like whisper about it, but that's all you get. But like, they didn't have that plan before. You know they didn't. They never did. I'd be very surprised if they did. Didn't he fall off the stair in his head when he was gonna go to school? The whole Pokemon thing doesn't even exist? Damn, so Pokemon isn't even real, guys. Like, Pokemon isn't even real. Whoa. Also, the Earth is flat. Yeah, the Earth is flat. Someone got isekai'd? Maybe. Game Freak planned out Generation 99 since 1999? I don't know, did they? The last games were supposed to be Gen 2, so... You do realize that doesn't mean that they had it planned out, right? That means that they made that game and then 10 years later they said, you know what, we can add a bit more to that. That's different. That's different. I'm saying, like, they tried to create a world where they were like, yes, there are these monsters that do this. And then they said, but at literally every other game they do something else. Haha, teehee, and it depends on where you are. And I'm sorry, I don't like that. I don't like that. Favorite Pokemon? Shuppet. I like Shuppet. Usually what happens when they have a cash cow? Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. The funkiness of Pokemon is due to success, not because they actually, like, were trying to be creative with it. Because because they literally don't, because they want to push it out every single year so they can keep grabbing the cash cow. So they're not going to take enough time to actually write a new story. So they're going to basically do the same thing every time with a different, slightly different skin. And so, you know, Pokemon and Assassin's Creed are birds of a feather. Yeah. Yeah. That is actually a very true statement. Yeah, good night to you. I'm not gonna be staying up too much longer myself because it is almost already 11:30. I'll probably stay up like another 10 more minutes or so, and then I'm definitely gonna head to bed. Let's take a quick look at the poll. Do you like Pokemon? 89% said yes. I mean, that's good. Yeah, it's almost midnight. They don't even stress test to make sure the game plays well on the sole console it's made for. When do they have time to worry about the story? Yeah. 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 Blaze has Withering Waves to play? I do. Thank you for reminding me, actually. I do have Withering Waves to play. You have 567 Pokemon cards? I have quite a lot of Pokemon cards. Well, I used to, actually, I should say. Let's see. I wonder genuinely, like, how many Pokemon I can remember. I want to put this picture in. I'm gonna put this picture in real quick. Here, wait. Instead of the Pikachu. Pikachu dies. Alright, we're gonna take a quick peek at this list. Don't worry, I'm gonna make it so you can actually see me in a second. This is just some random shit I found off Google that put Pokemon in a rainbow. So I'm just gonna, like, see if I can remember the few that are just on here. Yeah, the good old nostalgic sprites. Alright, so just looking at this, obviously, we have Kricketune, Growlithe, fucking Shuckles right there. Shuckles in the corner over here. We got Paris, or wait, there's Paris and then Paraspore or something like that. We got Throw, Scrafty, some shit like that. That might be the first evolution. Parasect, okay, thank you. This is not Tornadus, Thundurus, that's Volcanus, something like that. Tepig, Snorunt, fucking Dugtrio, Bidoof, I don't even remember. Fucking classic bull that they do for everything. Landorus? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's such a dumb name. Honestly, it's hard because some of them are so similar, too. I'm, like, looking at them. Meowth, Psyduck, Dunsparce, Scrafty, another fucking bull, Victini, Vulpix, Magmortar, Teddiursa, Moltres, Volcarona, Rotom, Charizard, Magmortar, whatever, there he is. Goldeen, Ladybug, Crapinch, Heatmore, is that what his fucking name is? Whatever. Rapidash, Ponyta, Regirock, Torchic, Solrock, Pidgey. I'm just like kind of looking randomly and like rolling through them. Entei, Mawile, Graveler, fucking Ninjask, Lopunny. Oh fuck, I'm moving the wrong thing. I don't even know what I just moved. Oops. There's so many. Pikachu! It's Pikachu! There's so many. There's so many. There's too many on here. Jirachi. The point is that I do remember a lot of names, unfortunately. Snivy, Curly, Chikorita, fucking Rayquaza, fucking, there he is. There's Thundurus or whatever. Tornadus, whatever. Basculin, Axew, Cherubi, Yamask, Yaminja, whatever his name is. Polyrath, Cryogle. That's the weirdest one I remember, is Cryogle or whatever. Totodile, Ottawash. No, Ottawash? His name's not Ottawash. What the fuck is his name? What is that little dude? Oh, it is Ottawat. Okay, Ottawat. What the fuck is that? Coughing, Spiritomb, Ghastly, Mug, Skunk Tank, Aerodactyl, Zora, Zorak, Axew, Miss Magius, fucking Nidoking, Ditto, Staryu, fucking all these hoes. Shut it! Metagross, Ekans, there's Palkia, Snake, backwards, whatever the hell his name is, Ekans, there's Ekans, Misdreavus. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of Pokemon. And I unfortunately, just off the top of my head, remember way too many. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you the 150 in order, but I know, like, it's, like, obviously, like, Bulbasaur, over 1,000? Yeah, there's, like, over 1,000. Bulbasaur, Charmander, fucking Squirtle. I'm tired as fuck. I can't remember right now. I've remembered too much today. I just learned Japanese about an hour ago, 2 hours ago, alright? No, yeah, about an hour ago. I was practicing my Nihongo. So memory ain't happening tonight. memory, no. I don't need any more of that. I'm done remembering. Oh, that actually felt good to get out. I did a stretch while I did that. Quick, Blaze, what is Keijiban? It's fucking bulletin board. Strange but true story for you. I actually know the names of all 1,000 plus Pokemon. And my dad is the CEO of Nintendo. Pokemon number 1,000 just being a man made of coins who skateboards is kind of funny. Really? Glad to be your biggest hater. You're precious. Thank you for being my biggest hater as always. If you're my biggest hater, I guess I don't have much to worry about because you're pretty fucking pathetic. I mean, JK, teehee. It's all fun and games. But anyways, FDDUB, new and old, I am definitely going to be signing off for the night because I'm tired as heck. Not going to be raiding because it is just so far out of my time zone, so I'm just going to head to bed. I thank FDDUB for joining me tonight, both for Shishingo and for some Pokemon Zatsu. Don't forget, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll be playing some Fortnite. Unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, but I'll be playing some Fortnite with, Miss Miuna Usako! I don't know why I decided to say her name like that. Anyways, Miuna Usako from Pixel Link. My voice is literally giving out, so I'm going to have a great night. I hope you do the same. Good night, everybody!